Good evening, everyone. I want to extend to you my warmest welcomes from Taiwan. And if you are watching these videos, please hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and share. And I want to continue with the new spiritual journey that I am upon, and I'm sharing it with you. And in these videos that I'm going to be uploading, I'm going to be passing the message that was uploaded by Dr. Ray Hagins to you all, because I do believe that it's time for African people to wake up. It's time for African Americans to wake up. It's time for black people globally to wake up and turn their back on this foolishness that we were indoctrinated to believe in the Christian church. And so in this video, we're going to pick back up upon the theft of African spirituality, and I want to continue that conversation and keep listening to the messages that was shared by Dr. Ray Hagins. This man is definitely a blessing, a gem, and we need to listen to what he is saying because he is telling us the truth. It's unfortunate that you would never hear these messages in our home countries, especially not in the USA. So if you want to have right knowledge, if you want to find the truth, you got to go elsewhere. And this YouTube channel that I have right here, right now, this is going to be that source that you can refer to if you want to get some right knowledge and some true spiritual teachings from a man that you should trust, Dr. Ray Hagins. With nothing further ado, let's jump back into this conversation about how the theft of African spirituality was committed by Europeans. Let's go.
Here you have the brother being judged, the pig, the swine, on the boat represents sect or Satan, which became Satan in European theology. Here you have the 9 gods, or representing the 9 levels of life. And those of you who know anything about numerology, you know that when you get to the number 9, you have reached the pinnacle, and at that point, you go into the summum bonum, or the supreme good. That's a pictograph. There it is on the wall. That's what I'm talking about. One thing to draw it. It's another thing to go and examine the temples and tombs and see where they got it from. What color is Osiris there, y'all? What color? Thank you. Why? Because the word Osiris means Lord of the perfect black. Well, the spread of the cult was rapid both in Upper Egypt and in the Delta. And by the way, don't get messed up by the word cult. See how they control our thinking? We think the word cult means something bad. The word cult simply means that's the way a people do things. Cult is the root word of culture. Cult is the root word of cultivate. You follow what I'm saying? Because no other cult offered to its adherents the hope of the resurrection and immortality. Now this is some deep stuff. Notice what it says about Osiris. His human nature, they thought, enabled his human nature. His human nature. Okay, this is where they stole the idea of the 2 natures of Jesus. His divine nature and his human nature. His human nature, they thought, enabled him to understand the needs, troubles, and griefs of men and listen sympathetically to their prayers. And his divine nature gave him powers to help them in this world and in the next, which no other ancestor God ever possessed. Y'all see that? Read Hebrews 4:15.
For we have not a high priest.
For we don't have a high priest.
Which cannot be touched with the feelings
Which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities.
But was in all points tempted like as we are.
But was in all points tempted like as we are. And why were we taught that Jesus was tempted in all points like us? Because of his human nature. Yet without sin because of his divine nature. Look at the person next to you. Now, I know I'm getting ready to mess with somebody, but y'all didn't come for me to play with you at this time. So let me say it like it is. Look at the person next to you and say, Jesus didn't exist. So they got this human and divine nature from somebody else. Please understand that. They stole it from Africa. They stole our story and put their ethnicity on it. In addition to Osiris, and see, a lot of people tell you that Africans were polytheistic. They say the Africans, the Egyptians, worshiped many gods. Not true. It tells you here, the Egyptians paid divine honors, not worship, divine honors to the sun god, the moon god, the air god, the water god, the sky god, the earth god, the Nile god, and to a host of spirits of whom we know the names of about 3,000. Now, when people read that, they say, see all them gods Africans worship? But yet I can say Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah Nisi. You get the picture? And anybody got a problem with it? Only thing the Africans did is they acknowledged the attributes of God that were manifested in various aspects of creation. What relation all these gods and spirits bore to each other and to Osiris is not at first clear, and it is the realization of the existence of these which has induced some writers to declare that the Egyptian religion was nothing but a polytheistic cult. And yet it was not. It says, for the Egyptians believed in the existence of one great God, self-produced, self-existent, almighty, and eternal, who created the gods, not angels. You don't find the word angels in African theology. Okay? The heavens and the sun, moon, and stars, and them, and the earth, and everything on it, including man, beast, bird, fish, and reptile. They believed that he maintained in being everything which he had created, and that he was the support of the universe and Lord of it all. So you see, brothers and sisters, the ancient Africans only believed in one great God. What's really deep about it is, it says here, on rare occasions in which he is mentioned in their writings, he is always called Nectar. Meaning God, and besides this he has no name. The ancient Africans once, they didn't try that stuff. They did not try to get into arguments over the name of God. Because they knew. What does Acts 7:20-22 say? Now this is some deep stuff, y'all. What does it say?
In which time
Moses
was born.
Who?
Moses.
Moses was born and what?
And was exceeding fair.
And was exceeding fair.
And nourished up in his father's house.
And nourished up in his father's house 3 months. And what happened?
And when he was cast out.
Now, before you go any further, let me help you. Moses didn't exist either. Okay? But it's a part of their story. I'm going to show you. We're going to get to Moses in a minute. Okay? But their story created a guy called Moses. And it tells you, according to their story, in the 7th chapter of Acts, verses 20-22, it goes on to say he was exceeding fair, raised up in his father's house 3 months, and what happened?
And when he was cast out.
And when he was cast out, what happened?
Pharaoh's daughter took him.
Pharaoh's daughter took him up
and nourished him for her own son.
And nourished him for her own son. And then what does it say? Now check this out. What does it say?
And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians.
And Moses, the one that they told you had a speech impediment. The one that they told you couldn't speak clearly, so Aaron had to do the talking for him. Ain't that what y'all was taught? Well, notice what it says here in Acts. It says he was mighty. Well,
in words
and in deeds. Contradiction. I was getting ready get real good now. Osiris, those who can see it, what does it say? Was the great word. Y'all see that? Osiris. Turn to John 1 and 1.
In the beginning was the Word.
In the beginning was the Word. How is word spelled there?
Capital W.
Capital W-O-R-D. In the beginning was the Word. Go ahead.
And the Word was with God.
And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. Third verse, what does it say?
All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made.
Y'all see what's happening here? Do you see what's happening here? Let me read about Osiris, the story that existed at least 10,000 years before John 1 and 1. Osiris was the great word. In other words, Osiris, the word, capital W-O-R-D, spake the words through which all things in heaven came into being from non-existence. Read that third verse again.
All things were made by him.
All things were made by him.
And without him.
And without him
was not anything
was
made.
not anything made that was made. Now that's some deep stuff. Y'all see the theft of it?
Yes.
It's a perfect copy. Look at the bottom here. It talks about Osiris. Osiris was the first man who raised himself from the dead.
Yes.
10,000 years BC at least. What does Acts 26 and 23 say?
That Christ should suffer, and that he should be the first that should rise from the dead, and should show light unto the people and to the Gentiles.
Now, who rose from the dead first? Osiris. But let's put it this way. This is 10,000 years early. Now, if there's going to be a first, I would say it would be the African story.
Okay, y'all, I hope y'all watched that video to its entirety. And if you was touched or moved by anything in that video, leave a comment down below. Let me know. What do you disagree with? Okay, do you have any questions that you would like to have answered? Okay, ask them. Okay, this is the perfect place to ask them questions. All right. And if I say anything, or if you heard anything that was said from Dr. Ray Hagins, don't take his word for granted. You do your own research. You come to your own conclusion. But I promise you, until you do your own research, you will never know what has been hid from you. With nothing further to say, thank y'all for watching this video. Oh, be blessed. Know thyself. Ashe.